in several. Oh, man.
Oh, that one's blocked. I told you that was going to happen earlier. Yorktown with the block.
Don't call us fortune tellers, but let me tell you
we did say that.
And a great play by Dante Walker-Chambers there, the senior. He's 6'2". He was able to jump up, get his long extension up there, and block that punt. Great play by Yorktown special teams.
Yeah. And, you know, the way the block coverage is set up for Wakefield, if you don't have a snap that's right there at the punter so you can catch it and take 2 steps and boom. In this case, he had to jump and get it. You're just asking for trouble.
And it looks like it is Walker-Chambers who had the block because he came up with that ball after the block, and I think he was drilled in the chest as he was coming down with that ball.
Yeah, the ball got him. He was hit real hard in the chest.
And as the helmet comes off of the player, you know, you hope for the best here with 6:54 and remaining in the third.
There you go.
But he's able to walk off under his own power, so that's good.
DWC now, walking off to the sideline.
He made a great play for his squad.
He sure did. He's running off the field now. That's really good.
Scoring position again, already up 28-0.
Yeah, it's hot out here tonight. So I haven't seen anybody cramp up yet, per se. I'm surprised it hadn't happened, but.
And that has happened in the past many times in the first game or two of our broadcast seasons. We've had players cramp up. That hasn't happened tonight.
I'm interested to see if we get in some deep playbook pass plays now.
Let's see.
Get a little bit creative here for Yorktown. You've got your bread and butter down. It's worked for you so far. Why not try something that you've been working on in practice, something that may be a little bit more flashy, but it might work for you.
I'm with you, Jesse, except I think because it's a rivalry, Coach Hogwood was on the staff of Coach Hansen. I think at 35-0, if it gets to that score, I think they might not try to throw any passes.
Running the ball up the middle,
I think they'll just run it.
Hansen doesn't. He tries not to do that. He's been really good. He's been very good about that in the past.
And we're looking at, you know, we're not far from that 35-0
No,
count.
we're not.
Another run up the middle.
But I do agree with possibly using some plays that you haven't used just to see if they can work.
Right.
Yeah.
Going deep into your playbook, trying some things out for the future.
Even if it is running the ball, maybe you're running behind a lineman that you usually don't run behind, or maybe a different lineman is pulling than usual. Trying things out. Maybe get a couple of the second string in eventually as this game progresses.
Yeah.
Try and get some looks for some guys that really look forward to these sort of opportunities as a chance to prove themselves on the squad.
5:40, clock ticking. 3rd and 6 now. Ball at the 10. That's the Wakefield 10. Yorktown with possession. There's Pico right up the middle. Touchdown, Yorktown.
He's just unstoppable there. And Anderson took a delayed center snap there. It seemed pretty slow.
It was almost a draw.
It was almost, it was very slow, but the handoff is crisp. And when you have that crisp handoff from Anderson, Pico does the rest. He literally says, "Thank you very much. I'll take that score." I believe that's his 3rd touchdown tonight.
That's right. Pico and Geinzer, right? You said bread and butter? Maybe that's what
bread
the nickname should
butter,
be. One's bread, one's butter. Like butter, baby.
And Anderson's the knife that spreads it on, huh?
Well,
I had to. I couldn't resist.
I know. Well, he's doing a good job of spreading it. Snap good, hold good.
That one close to being blocked there.
It was. Kick long enough and good. So Luncher again.
That's a 35-0 score.
He is, and Luncher's getting a workout tonight with these extra points.
Yeah.
You know, 35-0. So under Virginia high school football rules in the league, if you are up by 35 or more, clock now continues
in the second
to
half,
run in the second half. And we are here with 5:29 to go in the second half. Afshin Banab, Chris Jerry, and Jesse Robinson. We'll see what Wakefield can do, maybe to cut that score a little bit.
And we love the social media message that we're getting in. One of our listeners tweets in, "Football coverage sounding good. I shared it all around on the Arlington pages."
All right. Thank you very much.
Thanks for tuning in.
Yes.
Again, this is the first ever high school football game of the week on WERA. We're glad to be here. We're sweating it out, just like I'm sure these players are sweating much heavier. But
yeah, we can't complain too much.
It's a little bit damp up here. And we're going to see yet another kickoff from Yorktown. I feel like it's like a recurring dream.
It's a loop tape.
That one is a high arcer.
And this time his blockers are there.
Yeah, let's see what he does. He crosses the 20. That's James Clark. When I say he, gets up to about the 33, 34-yard line on the far side. Wakefield going left to right on your radio dial.
And it's exactly what you said, Chris. They bunched up there. He had the blockers there,
right,
but he kind of got slowed down by them almost.
Yeah. He had to move up.
They were a little bit slower there. I mean, and sometimes you can use them to kind of act as like a block and then transition around the other side of the field, but they kind of slowed him down there. But he was able to get up the sideline just a little bit there, scurry for a couple more feet.
He got up there to about the 34-yard line where Wakefield now takes over. Exactly 5 minutes left to go here in the third quarter. Poitras now under the gun, looking to his right. He got hit. Completes it, though, to Barron. Crosses the 45, enough for the first down.
Poitras right there. You got to give him credit there for hanging strong in the pocket. Hit as he threw.
Yep.
Makes the completion for a first down. It's better late than never to get some offensive action going here for the Warriors. And you got to play this game out as if you need something to hang your hat on at the end.
And
you can't just curl into a ball, because if you do, it could be a negative cloud for your entire season.
One of the things you can hang your hat on right now is cutting that lead and making sure that clock stops so you even have a chance to get back in the game. There's the handoff on the far side. Nothing doing as Yorktown bunches up there at midfield.
If the Warriors could even mount somewhat of a comeback, that's something to hang your hat on. I'm not saying coming back down 35-0 and winning this football game, but if you can put up 1, 2, maybe even 3 at the end touchdowns and get somewhat into this game, I think that's something that Coach Hodgson can be proud of his squad.
Well, I just want to see a touchdown for Wakefield because they've had an outstanding home crowd for their home opener. I'm saying on the Wakefield side, maybe about 1,000 on this side. So, hey, it'd be nice to hear the Wakefield band crank up their fight song if they can score.
Out of the gun now, Poitras stands in the pocket, throws it to the left.
That was a pass interference.
Yeah, that would look like pass interference, and flags come down a bit late, actually, but they do come down nonetheless.
Well, I think he was looking for that flag in the pocket. He couldn't find it.
I can't get it out.
I mean, it was like, hey.
Doing laundry on the field.
2 flags came out right next to each other at the 3:33 mark.
A referee conversation.
35-0, Yorktown on top here at Wakefield High School in South Arlington.
And if you like what you're hearing here on the radio broadcast, this broadcast of Wakefield versus Yorktown is being recorded in our WERA studios, and we will be posting it to the station's Mixcloud account shortly after the broadcast. If you missed any part, you want to catch up on the highlights and analysis, be sure to check that out as well through the social media of WERA.
3:20 now, 35-0, here we go. Wakefield actually moving the ball. Man in motion now. There is a handoff right up the middle. Inside the 40 to about the 37-yard line.
Sort of like a fullback dive there
to
Bowles.
That was Bowles again, yeah.
You know, one of the things that Wakefield did last year, and they continue to do with their quarterback, is after every play, regardless of where he's on the field, he's running all the way over to the coach to get the play, running back to the huddle to tell the play, and stop. So he's doing a lot of running.
And those yards don't count in the stats.
No, sir.
No, they do not. Clock winding down here, and I'm assuming that's because, as you said, the clock just keeps churning after the 35-point mark has been reached.
All right, 2nd down, 7 now. Poitras under center. He fakes the handoff. He rolls to his right. He's had trouble rolling. He's still on his feet. He unloads it, incomplete.
The receiver tried to look upfield before he secured the ball. And unfortunately, that is an incomplete pass. You got to focus on one step before you move to the next one.
Yeah, he rolls out here,
and
he does a good job rolling out, giving his receiver a chance to get open, but the receiver just dropped the ball.
Rodney Lee was the intended receiver there, so it'll be now 3rd down, 7.
It's got to be tough as a player because all day in practice, every day of the week, you're practicing catching footballs, getting handed off footballs, and then when you drop it in a critical situation, which, and by critical I mean just in a game. Yeah. Obviously, we're not in a super critical situation right now. But it hurts when you practice so much and then you make a silly mistake like that.
And it hurts him. He knows. He feels it,
yeah.
You know. I mean, his teammates do, but he does as well. Poitras eludes 2 tacklers. This one's complete.
Is that Poitras or Colt McCoy right there?
Uh-oh, no, what was that? That was a late flag.
That's a late flag after Xavier Taylor gets tackled at about the 25-yard line for the first down. Let's see what the call is.
And I saw number 74 for Yorktown just kind of laying there, and then the flag came. Not sure, is this going against Wakefield or is this going against Yorktown?
And while the officials make
block in the back.
While the officials make their deliberations, we have reached the top of the hour here, so we'll pause for station identification. You are listening to WERA LP Arlington, Virginia, 96.7 FM. This is the first ever high school football game of the week on WERA. We're making history, and we're glad to have you here with us this evening.
35-0 from Wakefield. Afshin Banab, Jesse Robinson, Chris Jerry. 1:14 to go here in the third quarter. Clock now ticking as it is a 35-point lead.
Well, one thing, that long first half we had, they're going to make up for it the second half now.
And you can chalk that up to just the really unstoppable nature that we've seen tonight of Yorktown's offensive unit. And they've dialed it up. Blitzes on defense, too.
I'm telling you, it looks like a base package D. Look at it. Poitras fumbles the ball, gets it, unloads it before he gets hit. There's a man open down cross field. Complete and out of bounds.
And even with the score, that's a mark of a decent quarterback. You don't lose your train of thought after you bobble the snap initially.
Right.
You settle in, focus. See, there's a bobble there. Regain the composure, send it out all the way out to the far sideline. A great completion here to get the ball rolling. And I keep saying that, but the rolling keeps stopping. But they got to keep rolling and keep going here. But they're close as they have been all game here.
And David Barron was rolling on that reception as he gets down to the 12-yard line. First down 10.
Probably the last play of the third quarter.
20 seconds left. Poitras now rolling to his right. Love's rolling out. It's got a receiver up top. Incomplete, almost intercepted.
Threw in a double coverage there, and it looked like it almost hit the chest there of the defensive back, and then the receiver fell down. He is waving like, where's the penalty on that one? But that's too close to call in my book.
Yeah.
And because of the running clock, the clock just ran out of the third.
That is the end of the third quarter. All right, Wakefield now taking over. Out of the gun, intercepted. First play of the fourth quarter.
Unreal.
Yorktown. It is unreal. The Patriots now with the ball again. Oh, nice hit. That was a good hit.
Even at this score, that's worth the applause from the teammates on the side. That was a football hit right there,
That was, absolutely. I believe that was.
It's going to make them pay for that interception, But right when we come out of the quarter, there's an interception, bringing it around all the way down the right side, and at the end of the play, just a huge clock there. You can tell you give all of it to that football hit when you kind of knock yourself back as well.
I believe that was Fred Bowles on the hit.
Poitras he's played a really good game. I mean, he's been chased. He's thrown some nice passes, but, man, he's thrown a couple stinker interceptions. That one, obviously we're on top of the press box, but you could see that coming.
And hear it.
Because
we have headsets, we could hear it.
Yeah, the defender was just waiting right there for it to come his way.
Poitras is a quarterback who has great escapability, and he can improvise after an initial issue.
He is. He's good at that. He's also good at taking a hit before he releases the ball.
That's
or after
true.
he releases it. He's not afraid to take a hit. He'll stand in the pocket.
Not afraid.
I got to give him credit.
And we saw him have a couple sneaks, couple bringing around the edge, too. The guy is not afraid to run the football either.
No, he's not. He
not
likes
afraid of
running.
contact.
No. You got to love that in a quarterback.
He's more of the physical quarterback. And then on the other side, with Yorktown, more of a facilitator quarterback.
Yeah. Pico, left side, tries to cut the edge. He turns it in. He
Fumble.
loses the ball. Yorktown falls on top of it, though. They'll take it. Keep
Close
it.
call there.
Yeah. Probably they'll move it back to about the 25-yard line, so there's not much of a loss. 10:40 and counting. Of course, clock ticks in the second half as there is a 35-point lead. Patriots up 35-0. Afshin Banab, Jesse Robinson, Chris Jerry from Wakefield High School, and the visiting Yorktown Patriots.
Clock keeps winding down here, Afshin.
It's going.
It's a summer night.
You can't stop time, Jesse.
No, I can't. I don't think I would want to if I could.
All right, we're coming up close to the 10-minute mark now. 3rd and 13 for Yorktown at their own 25-yard line after that loss from the fumble. Anderson now breaks one tackle behind the line of scrimmage, still going. Gets to about the 26, maybe the 27-yard line. We'll see where they actually spot the ball.
Good job avoiding tacklers there by Anderson. Originally, looks like he's going to be taken down for a loss in the backfield. Kind of shakes off number 9, one of the defenders, and then gets back close to the original line of scrimmage.
Yeah. So this will bring up 4th down. Yorktown with their punt formation team out. Interestingly enough, Xavier Taylor is the single setback now for Wakefield as he gets up.
Give a different guy a chance at this point in the game, you know?
Right.
Like I mentioned earlier, at this point in the game, give guys looks that usually wouldn't get those looks. Oh.
It was too short for Taylor to get, so it was recovered about 5-10 yards up the field from where Taylor was. And that is number 24 who recovered it for Wakefield, and that is Kyrie Johnson.
Yeah, and Johnson, he had to go down to his knees to get that ball, and it looked like he almost had to paw it back into himself there afterwards, or else it would have been a loose football. And that's what you'll start to see with a couple of these guys who are not starters, and they're getting some time. They've been kind of just resting on the sideline for a big portion of this game. Now they're getting some looks, getting some love on the field. So look to see maybe some growing pains.
We may see that tonight, as we do see. Xavier Taylor usually plays wide receiver for the team, so last year I remember him on the team. I don't think I've ever seen him return a punt.
There you go.
So it's interesting, Jesse,
Gotta
that you brought that point up.
Yeah.
Right.
At this point in the game, for the Warriors, you're trying to find what can work.
Right.
What will work in the future for this season. Try different things, you know, because clearly several of the things that you were trying did not work.
Well, this is working right now.
Yeah.
a handoff to the running back, and now it looks like there's a loose ball.
No,
Yorktown says
I'm
they
not
have
sure
it, but that ball
looked down to me.
That sure did.
To me, the referees on that one just missed it.
Where was the whistle? Yeah, late whistle.
Because they did let them keep digging, but at some point the progress was stopped, and then you let them.
Yeah, that progress was stopped. The pile stopped moving. The pile originally kept moving and then kind of stopped around midfield, and then it looked like maybe the ball squirted out. But I thought, Afshin, there would have been a whistle by then.
You thought there would have been a whistle. There certainly was one, but it was late. It was like too late. I don't understand that one either. They saw something. Maybe the ball popped out before we even knew it. Maybe most of the players didn't even know when it popped out. I don't know. But nonetheless, Wakefield loses the ball. Yorktown regains it on yet another Warrior turnover. They are at midfield right now.
Turnover has been really a big portion of why the Warriors find themselves where they are in this matchup.
Yeah.
Clock ticking, 8:25 to go. There is Pico. He cuts it back. Yeah, Pico doing what he does best.
Still in the game, still churning.
Yeah.
Well, I think for both coaches, the thing now with about 8 minutes and a running clock, you don't want to get any of your main players hurt. Both teams, I'm not sure. You like to play, some subs, but neither team is really that deep if you look at how many players are on the sideline. They got maybe 40 players.
You think about that, Chris, though, but there's got to be a backup running back, and that's where you get that double-edged sword where a coach says, hey, let's give someone else a look, but this guy who has fought for this starting spot wants to play an entire game.
Right.
And you see that all the time in high school football.
And you love that with the players.
You love that they have that competitive nature, and the coach says, hey, let's spare you for a game where we'll actually need you where it matters,
Right.
But the player wants to keep going. They want to finish out that game. And you know what? That might actually be a smart thing because come playoff time, you're going to be playing a full game. So if you keep giving these guys rests at the beginning of the fourth quarter, they're going to be winded out in the postseason.
But can I suggest that Coach Hansen must have heard me because all of a sudden there's a couple players now coming into the game that hadn't been. We got a new quarterback now under center.
They've got 96.7 FM in their earbuds over there on the sidelines.
All right, Yorktown does have a new QB.
Wakefield giving them some welcome licks.
That is Alex Brixon. Brixon for Yorktown. Alex Brixon is the 5'9" junior quarterback DB, 145-pounder for the Patriots.
The senior down to the junior. That's a little bit down the chart,
it's down the chart. That's somebody who's getting a chance to shine a little bit.
And I'm sure the parents are happy too.
That's right. Get his name here on WERA 96.7. Alex Brixon. There you go.
Absolutely.
All right, Brixon under center with 6:20 and counting now. A good handoff, not going anywhere on that play.
Yes, it's good when all the players can get in.
Yes.
You know, and they come home, and if mom and dad didn't come to the game, you know, mom's like, "Hi, honey, did you play?" "Yeah, Mom, I got in there. I earned my letter tonight."
And as a former high school football player, I didn't start until my senior year, so I was always thrilled when the team had a blowout game like that because as a sophomore and as a junior, I'd be able to get into the game. My parents would be able to see me.
What did you play, Jesse?
So I started in the second string levels as a tight end defensive line. And then I made the transition to play center in my senior year. That way I could get some starting time on the offensive line.
You were
center is a tough position, sir.
Well, no, it is. I love that position. I mean, center is where it all starts. That's where it all starts.
You get to touch the football every play.
In the trenches, man.
You're in the trenches. You call the play. You are the captain of the offensive line.
And I remember I wasn't as good as of a blocker, but I would go home after practice and probably do 50 practice snaps as well. Never missed a snap. Never messed up a snap.
Never messed up a snap. Okay.
That was
out of the gun at that time?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Here is Yorktown on the move once again, taken down inside the 15 to about inside the 25 to about the 24-yard line.
Jesse, where did you play?
I played at Clark County High School.
Clark County.
I only started my senior year single A football, but it was a good ride. We actually played I got to start a playoff game, which was very cool. We played Strasburg High School.
Strasburg, wow.
They had just a huge threat, Raquan White, back then in 2011.
Okay.
And he would just run back kicks. Kick after kick, he would run back for touchdowns.
Jeez.
The guy was unstoppable.
That's what, Berryville?
That's right, Berryville, Virginia.
You know the thing that's interesting about where he played in their level, their district, because it's so spread out. You know, they go all the way down to Madison County.
That's right.
Or the closest up for us would be George Mason.
When you're in
that district conference, man, you got those long Friday night road trips.
When you would travel up from Berryville to Fairfax, it was like these country kids coming to the city almost when you would come and play at George Mason High School.
Yeah.
So
the Patriots still on the move, churning it out, a few yards here or there.
But to sum things up, it was a fun time, and it was a great time to get that high school football experience for the Clark County Eagles. They have a great program. They actually went to the state championship last year. The Clark County Eagles went to the state championship.
Did you happen to make the game as a
fan?
No,
I got to listen to it. They actually broadcast it on the radio, which for a single A team was really exciting to hear.
That's exciting, right.
So it was cool. They were in the state championship.
Yorktown still churning it out, run after run after run. By the way, single A, what was the population of Clark at that time?
Of the school?
Yeah.
Ooh. I want to say my graduating class was like between 1 and 200.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Kind of small.
So the whole school may have had 5 to 6.
Everybody knew everybody, yeah.
Now, Clark is what? Is Clark considered a 2A now, or is it still 1A?
When I was there, it was single A. I think maybe since I've left, it was a move to double A.
Okay.
I would have to fact check on that.
Yeah. I'm going to come after this snap. I'm going to come back
check it out,
yeah.
All right, 1st and 10 now.
So
Yorktown running it up, getting up the middle again.
Yeah, so what Virginia High School League has done is in the last few years they reorganized themselves. And so it was three classifications, 3A, 2A, 1A.
Right.
Now they split it up even more, so now there's 6 levels. And what they've done this past summer, they've reorganized again.
Okay.
And so
right.
Stewart, I mentioned them earlier, for example, they're 5A, but next year they'll be 6A. Wakefield, by I think 20 students, just missed being a 6A
by 20
next
students.
year. By 20 students.
Okay.
Because they do it now. Now everything is based on your enrollment. Before you could be a smaller school and elect to play up. Right. But now they don't allow that anymore. You have to play in your classification, your group. And so everything's getting ready to change. The regions are going back. Right now we have 2 regions for each of the 6 classifications. Next year they'll go back to having 4 regions for the 6 classifications.
Okay.
And of course, part of that is Virginia High School League is fattening up their pockets because they get all those games now to play and get the money on, where before it was just the regions. As
the next play starts, Chris Jerry, I think you have a fan up here waving to you right off to the left side over there.
Oh, and so that fan that's up there is our very own Tony Bentley.
Is that Tony,
the
head
Tony
coach
Bentley,
of the Wakefield
the head
Warriors?
coach of the basketball team.
Oh,
one of the more
cool.
successful basketball programs in Northern Virginia going to the state. And they have a fantastic basketball program here at Wakefield.
He's
probably one of the top in Northern Virginia in public high schools.
He's become a fan favorite among a lot of people here in Arlington. He's one of our favorites.
Very cool.
He's a great guy.
So
great
worth
demeanor.
mentioning on the broadcast. Yeah.
Head coach of the Wakefield Warriors basketball team. He's getting them to the playoffs consistently.
Very cool.
Played at Washington Lee and then ended up becoming an assistant coach and then a head coach, and he moved over to become the head coach at Wakefield.
Yeah, they make those threats to go to state.
Yeah, they do. Clock ticking now, 1:15 to go. Yorktown just gently running the ball and letting the clock go. 35-0, they are up on top.
So thankfully there's been no major injuries.
No.
They're going to run out the clock 35-0. But, you know, all in all, as long as nobody gets hurt, what can you say?
Wakefield will probably get a play here. It is 4th and 16. We'll see what Yorktown does. They run out of the
They're going to take a knee, I think. That's what they did the last time.
Yeah.
They'll give Wakefield the ball, but the clock will start as soon as the ball snaps.
Yep.
So we'll bring just a little bit of analysis here up through about the handshakes. We have a little bit of time since this since the second half kind of sped by, but we'll do a brief summary of the game, some highlights of note, and looking forward to next week for both of these teams. And then we'll send it back to WERA for some radio dramas to fill some time, and then start with In My Room at 10 p.m.
In My Room. Sounds good.
Wasn't there a song, In My Room?
It was In My House. I remember that one.
What is that lady like? In my room.
Beastie Boys?
Like
Beach
Oh,
Boys.
Beach
I thought
Boys.
you said Beastie
Was
Boys.
it Beach In My Room? Was that the name of it? Oh, okay.
See, I was thinking In My House by the old Mary Jane Girls. You guys remember them?
One of our audio engineers, Ted, has given us the Beach Boys.
Now, I said there were no injuries, and now we look at a fire truck coming down to the field, and what is that about?
I don't see anybody injured.
Yeah.
This could be for
and one of the crew up here said it's too hot. That's why they're bringing the fire truck up here.
And where it stopped, it appears a fan on the side of the sidewalk.
And that'll do it,
and that'll do it. That will do it. Your final score, Yorktown 35, Wakefield, nothing, gentlemen.